in honor of the second Descendants movie finally coming out today, I decided to talk about my favorite Disney Channel original movies. Now I know there are definitely ones that I don't have on this list that I absolutely love because there's too many. But these were the first 20 that I could think of. If the movie was a series like High School Musical or The Cheetah Girls, I'm combining it as one. Because otherwise, this list would get filled so fast just from High School Musical and The Cheetah Girls and Teen Beach and Camp Rock and all of those. So here are my 20 most likely favorite Disney Channel original movies, aka the first 20 I could think of. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. I still remember when this came out, I remember seeing commercials for it. And little me was so confused because the guy from That's So Raven that played Eddie on That's So Raven was in this movie, but he wasn't the character Eddie in this movie. Like, it's called Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, but it's not Eddie from That's So Raven. Does that make sense? Smart House. This movie I watched again when Disney Channel showed all of the Disney Channel original movies, and I was like, this is weird. It's weird, but that's what makes it lovable. Cowbells. Allie and AJ were queens. Where are they now? I know AJ is on the Goldbergs, but what's Allie doing? Somebody let me know what Allie is doing because queens. The Swap. The Swap is pretty recent, and I went into it kind of skeptical, but I'm not even sorry, I liked it. I know it's not one of the most popular ones, and it's probably not the best one, but I enjoyed it. It made me happy, it made me laugh, and it made me want to read the book that it was based off of, and I actually really liked the book, so it's on my list. Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie. I loved Wizards of Waverly Place. It was my favorite Disney Channel show, probably of all time. I don't know, maybe just of that time, because like Lizzie McGuire, That's So Raven, Girl Meets World. But I was obsessed with Wizards of Waverly Place. I based all of my outfits at the time off of Alex Russo. I thought she was such a style icon. And I was super excited for there to be a movie because it was just like one big long episode. The Teen Beach movies. Now, I didn't really like the sequel because it erased everything that happened in the first one. I don't know who sat down and thought, let's end it like this. Like, I'm still bitter about that. That was a horrible, horrible ending. But I did like the first one, and it introduced me to Jordan Fisher. Hashtag blessed. Twitches! I remember watching Twitches on Halloween. It became kind of like a tradition because I think they showed it on Disney Channel around Halloween for a couple of years. Unpopular opinion, I prefer Twitches to Halloween Town, which I know is probably shocking to some of you. I don't know, I'm not like a huge fan of Halloween Town, so Twitches fills the Halloween void for me. Starstruck. Starstruck is one that I haven't watched for a while, but when it came out, I was obsessed with it. I immediately got the soundtrack. I loved Sterling Knight. I loved the storyline that like a normal girl could fall in love with a celebrity, and it was just like a Cinderella story type thing, and I lived for it. I loved it. Adventures in Babysitting. Sabrina Carpenter, my love, and Sophia Carson. It was just a great movie because they were in it. It's a fun movie. I like the silly antics that they get into, and I love Sabrina. That's all there is to it. Cadet Kelly! Oh my gosh. I just watched Cadet Kelly the other day again. Oh my gosh. I still remember watching that when I was little, and I loved Hilary Duff. She was my favorite. I think it's a great movie. I love the characters. I love the growth that they go through, and it's a good movie, okay? It's on Netflix. That's how I watched it the other day. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it on Netflix. Princess Protection Program. When this came out, it was a big deal because like Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato were the best friends. They were goals. And it was my two favorites together in one movie, and it was about princesses, and I was just living. I still really like it. Geek Charming. I love Geek Charming. I think I've seen it at least 5 times. I love Sarah Hyland. I love the storyline. It's just like, I just love it. I think it's nice. Minutemen. Minutemen has been one of my favorites since it came out. Underappreciated. I still quote it all the time. I don't know. Am I the only one that truly appreciates Minutemen? Because I feel like I am. Read It and Weep. Read It and Weep is another one that I can still watch today and enjoy. Like, I watched it last week because it's on Netflix. I definitely remember thinking that I should write a diary and like do it like Jamie did in the movie. But instead of it being an accident that it got published, I would purposely try to get it published. But that never happened. Jump In. Jump In is, once again, one that I can still watch today and thoroughly enjoy. I was obsessed with Corbin Bleu, still am, to be honest. Like, he's in Mamma Mia right now with Dove Cameron and Jaime, and I'm just like, what? If you're seeing that, you are lucky, you are blessed. But anyway, I don't know, I love Jump In. I like that it's kind of different from other Disney Channel original movies. It's more like a drama documentary style type filming. I don't know, I really like it. Camp Rock 1 and 2. I was obsessed with these because it had the Jonas Brothers and Alison Stoner and Demi Lovato, and it was just like a great time to be alive. The soundtrack was my jam. Honestly, especially when Camp Rock 2 came out, that was my Jonas Brothers obsession phase, and so these were just a gift. I still really like both of the Camp Rocks, but I'm not sure how I feel about this whole R-rated Camp Rock rumor thing. That's weird. Just leave it. Leave it where it was. Quit while you're ahead. The underappreciated Lemonade Mouth. First of all, the book is really good. Second of all, the movie's really good. Just as good as Camp Rock, just as good as the Cheetah Girls, and I don't understand why people don't appreciate it. I'm still obsessed with this one. It's just really good. It made me want to start a revolution because at the time I was going to a very sports-focused school and I related so hard to like Stella. Oh, it's so good. It has a great message. I think every kid should see this movie. I think it is important. I think it's wonderful. I think it's well made. I think it's well acted. I think it's great, basically. So if you haven't seen Lemonade Mouth, it is on Netflix and it's very important that you go and watch it. That is your homework. The Cheetah Girls 1, 2, and 3. I think all of them were good. I know some people probably think the third one wasn't that great, but I liked it. The Cheetah Girls just feels like my childhood. Like, those movies were pretty big. I still remember watching the first one with my cousins. It was all about girl power, and it was just a great series. I didn't like, though, that Raven wasn't in the third one because I think she was focusing on her solo music, but it didn't make sense for Galleria's character not to be there. Like, they said she was in school or something at college or something, but Galleria was all about the Cheetah Girls. She was the driving force, and so it's so unlike her to, like, go away, so that was weird. But the Cheetah Girls brought us some iconic songs that I know I quote daily. Like, We Are Sisters, We Stick Together, and like, Strut Like You Mean It. And there were just some great songs. Bops, as the kids say these days. Descendants. I'm including 2 on this list even though I haven't seen it yet because it premieres tonight, but I already know it's gonna be great. I'm obsessed with Descendants. Descendants is my High School Musical now because I was hardcore obsessed with High School Musical, but we'll get to that. I'm hardcore obsessed with Descendants. I have Descendants stuff on my wall. I've loved it since the minute it came out. I still remember, like, when it came out, I was obsessed and I watched it over and over anywhere I could. I saved the recording on my DVR. I literally probably watched it 100 times, and I know that sounds like a lot, but it wasn't enough. And the sequel is finally coming today. Today is Descendants Day. I've been telling everyone I know, happy Descendants Day. Oh, it's so good. And of course, here at number 1, we have High School Musical. I know I said these weren't in order, but High School Musical is definitely number 1. I was the biggest High School Musical fan, and I know a lot of people out there probably say that they were, but they are wrong. High School Musical was my life. It literally was my life. I had all the merch, like any money I could get for like allowance and stuff I would spend on High School Musical merch. I wanted to play basketball. Everything about it I loved. I wanted to live it. I wanted to visit the school where they filmed. Any school project I could, I did on High School Musical. I had all the shirts, I had the dolls, I had the books. I was obsessed. There's definitely footage of me going around the house singing High School Musical with my shirt and my books and stuff. Oh, it was my life. And you know, I think it's still a big part of me. I feel fortunate to have been like the target age audience when it came out. High School Musical 3 is not a DCOM, so it's technically not on this list, but High School Musical 3, I went to an early screening because I got like special tickets and I got a Wildcat jersey and oh, High School Musical. It's the best. No other Disney Channel original movie compares. I mean, Descendants kind of compares. But no, like, Kenny Ortega is king. Can we talk about how many of these things he's been involved in? Legend, he is a legend. Kenny Ortega, I adore you, and thank you for all of the work that you have done. Not that you're watching this. If you're watching this, I'm honored. Oh, just thank you, Kenny. So those are my 20 favorite DCOMs. I know I'm missing some and it's bothering me. Like, in my head, I have this nagging voice like, you're forgetting something, and I think I am, and I don't know what it is. Let me know what your favorite Disney Channel original movies are below, though I'm pretty sure you're all gonna say High School Musical because it is the best. And I hope you guys enjoy Descendants 2. If you are tuning in tonight, it is premiering on 6 channels, which is unprecedented. So there's no excuse to miss it when it's premiering on 6 channels. I love you all. Stay beautiful, you people. Bye!